I basically say to the players, if we enjoy how we play, people enjoy watching us play.
We've added players who are going to add to the Cardiff way, if you like, the Cardiff system, not signing a superstar. We've signed players who can play the style of rugby and attacking, positive rugby that we like to try and play.
The style of play that Cardiff play, speaking to Jockey, they play an attacking brand of rugby that I'm definitely drawn to.
What I've spoken to the players around is actually how can we show more fight, how can we enjoy how we play even more. Trying to grow on top of that, let's fight harder, let's enjoy what we do more so people enjoy watching it. Can we grow as individuals and grow our habits in training? Hi, I'm Matt Sherratt, head coach of Cardiff Rugby, and this is Cardiff Rugby Uncovered.
Basically, again, the guys had 5 weeks off. First 2 weeks they had 2 weeks rest, and then they had 3 weeks of training themselves. So for them, really, it's a bit of a working holiday. So they've come in, we've expected high standards of them, and they've the first week for us is about regaining any fitness we'd lost towards the back end of last season.
3, 2, 1, let's go!
It's always a bit of fun. So for us as a way to regulate the running volume, we put a high rock session in, which is basically a chunk of off-feet work and about 2k of running. So, and it's been done in teams as well, so it's a little bit of a team ethic there. The boys pull each other through, learn to dig in, learn to work hard together. Session lasts about 40 minutes, so again, it's high ball in play time. So yeah, the boys put a good effort in. It was a great start to the week. Yeah, it'll be escalating. The running volume will be moderate this week. Next week we start going down Merthyr Mow and we go through different training environments. So basically 1 day a week we get out and about in the region and we'll see the running volumes creep up, the intensity creep up. The challenge for us is to get the training volume up without anybody breaking down. So if we go too hard too soon, we pick up a few niggles, which we don't need. And yeah, over the next 3, 4, 5 weeks of a 5-week training block, the intensity will increase a lot.
Obviously there's no hiding away from pre-season, it has got to be uncomfortable, so like the things around the high rocks and the sand dunes, that's there really is obviously a physical test, but it can become a little bit of a mental test as well, so yeah, that's obviously always a part of pre-season. And I think as well, if you think about how we play at Cardiff, it's important that everybody gets a ball in their hand, so I think every day there's a ball involved in something, so even at the sand dunes there'll be a section of it when there's a ball involved, like ball movement, and our forwards ability in particular to move the ball is a big part of how we play, so it's just making sure that's not what we talk about, it's what we do daily really.
Basically, the boys are in Cardiff Rugby Park 52 weeks a year, so it's a little bit of change of venue, a bit of novelty, stimulus. The boys put a bit of extra effort in and just keep things fresh, really. So this morning we went to K2 gym, had a good upper body weight session there and some rugby skills, a little bit of passing. It's non-specific because it's not a rugby pitch. However, the transferability of effort, intent, just lactic tolerance, you're exposing people to things they're not used to on a rugby pitch. So block 2 in 2 or 3 weeks time, that intensity we hope will be transferred to the pitch and have an impact on performance.
It's a good bunch of boys here, obviously, good coaching staff. So yeah, settled in well. It's been sort of integrated start for last week, Monday, Tuesday, and then sort of the workload starting to heavy up now. So yeah, looking forward to the rest of it. Yeah, I'd say it's the first week was about sort of integrating and making sure no one's starting too hard and getting injured and then not being available for the rest of pre-season. And I think now you'll start to see the workload go up and we'll get into the hurt locker. I think we're off to the dunes today, so yeah, I'm sure there'll be some heart rates going up through the roof. Just going to be gritty, I think. There's no two ways about it. You just got to work hard and try and stay in the hurt locker as long as possible, and then hopefully Cambo will blow the whistle and it'll be done soon.
And then we come here this afternoon, straight to Merthyr Mawr. It's a pretty brutal environment, as you can see from most of the boys. It teaches the boys to dig in, things they're not used to doing. And yeah, it's a massive effort by everybody.
Swap sides of the karaoke then.
Good luck, man.
Well,
last week we did the high rocks, which was obviously tough, and that's sort of like that's obviously tough as well, but it's a sort of different. It's more of like a blow on the legs, you know, and it's everything uphill, and then on the soft sand as well, it's taking out your legs. So it was very difficult. Yeah.
Let's go, boys.
Because it's great to train down at Arms Park, but getting away from the site is nice, and just to change the scenery, yeah, just to mix up the training, yeah, it's nice. I think when the going gets tough, you know, everyone's sort of spurring each other on and not getting into each other, but motivating each other to get up the hill or keep pushing through the last 10 metres or whatever. So yeah, it's nice to, you know, it's a team at the end of the day, so we're a team pushing each other through the tough sessions. Yeah, the vibe's good, to be fair. I think, like I said, everyone's spurring each other on and helping each other through the tough sessions is only going to make us better in the season when, you know, it's deep into games and deep into sets and stuff, and, you know, you just got to find that bit extra for your teammates.
Yeah, they're fantastic. I think the tendency is probably to go, well, we've only got 18 boys, but again, teaching these boys to bond together, and every man put a massive shift in. So it's great for us, for me from SSC, for the coach to witness people with a high work ethic. So yeah, it's been a very effective afternoon.
Have a drink.
Great work, boys.
Thank you much.
Good session. One more.
Yeah, it wouldn't really, if I'm honest, a case of choosing them. I think the club and the city kind of chose them. So I was keen, as I spoke about in the past, really not to come in and make it about what I believe it should be about. It's more kind of playing to the traditions of the club and representing the city in the right way. I think going forward this year, I went to Wigan in the off-season only for a day to meet their head coach and meet some of their staff. And I actually spoke to their head coach about theming the season around fight and enjoyment and maybe what we could do differently this year. And he actually, the words he used were, don't be different, delve deeper. So I think what I've spoken to the players around is actually how can we show more fight, how can we enjoy how we play even more, and then just trying to grow on top of that really. So that's really what we've talked about so far off the pitch in the off season is let's fight harder, let's enjoy what we do more so people enjoy watching it, and then can we grow as individuals and grow our habits in training. So yeah, that's pretty much what we've looked at. Talked about improving the facility, which in the process now of getting a gym on site. We've talked around the academy, and that's ongoing in terms of strengthening that, and we talked about having a staff that's fit for purpose. So although it doesn't show on pitch straight away, like the foundations of the club are certainly a lot healthier this season than they were last. So just on the staff in particular, like off field, we've got Darren Allenson, who's coming as head of recruitment. Milk Ganson, Gareth's wife, is coming in and is family liaison, so helping with things around the rugby as well. And we've got Cornel Van Zeel, who's come in, forwards coach, who's been excellent, had a real good impact. Obviously Gethin Jenkins is full-time this year. Johnny Goodwood just come in as skills coach. So we're in a much more healthy place off the field. Part of the growth is to put some experience around the young players, and what I've been most pleased with so far, it's obviously early days, we've been in three weeks, but the players, the likes of Aled Davis and Callum Sheedy, Josh McNally, there's probably too many to mention, Ed Byrne, Rory Jennings, I need to mention because he's been excellent since he's come in as well. They've added to the younger players like knowledge and understanding, so just in meetings, informal chats on field. Obviously they're quality players, but I've been really impressed with how they've come into the environment and adding those little bits and pieces that I think we were lacking really. We thought we'd just deload a little bit at the end of the block, and rather than try and maybe do a lighter rugby session, is actually just not do rugby at all and do something a little bit different. Yeah, so we had a game of cricket, and then Cornel, our new forwards coach, and Tina showed their barbecue or braai skills after, and did a bit of food for the boys. So yeah, it was a nice way to end the first 3 weeks. I'd tell you, it was pretty good actually. Well, Gavin Cooper, the team manager, picked the teams, which was probably his first mistake of the day. So he put a lot of the best cricketers in the same team, I felt. So Dav Hughes is a very good cricketer. Rory Jennings was in the same team as him as well. So that, yeah, they kind of, those two probably stood out as two cricketers. Tom Bowen, another good cricketer. Some of the ones who didn't stand out as well. Gethin Jenkins, not great. Very one-paced in his bowling. But no, yeah, that'll be about it. Well, I got stumped actually by Gabriel Hamer-Webb, so that wasn't enjoyable.